I think he said Whiteman Park is a hoot. Come to EnviroFest 2024. Learn about Whiteman Park's birds and discover ways to improve your sustainability with hands-on workshops and demonstrations. Plus, there'll be market stalls, food trucks and heaps of kids' activities. EnviroFest 2024 at Whiteman Park on March 23 from 10 till 3. You'd be wise to go to whitemanpark.com.au.
Good morning, Melbourne.
Wakey, wakey.
Wake up, Melbourne. Jase and Lauren. Turn it up.
Start your morning the right way.
Gonna be great, gonna be a good day.
This is Jase and Lauren on Melbourne's Nova 100.
Well, good morning, everybody, and happy Friday Eve.
Good morning. Hasn't Thursday snuck up
I
on us
know.
this week?
It's
flown by.
How good's a cheeky little 4-day week? God, next week's going to feel like it'll last forever.
I know. We started with a 1-day week.
Yep.
We've gone to a 4-day week.
Don't worry. Next
Heaven
week,
help us.
normal week after, 4-day week again for Easter.
And then 4 days off.
Oh, God, love you, Easter.
Oh, so many distractions though. Footy's back.
I know. I got an issue with the footy. We're
Okay.
gonna get to that in the first 10 minutes of the show.
I can't believe Easter's around the corner. I had my first Easter egg yesterday.
Where'd you go?
Well, it was just like a milk chocolate.
What?
Like a mini egg.
That's how they come.
Just like plain. God, you really went out there to celebrate Easter, didn't you?
Well, no, I'm not celebrating Easter. There was a bag of Easter eggs.
Have you had?
And I just grabbed one.
Have you had the little Malteser ones?
Yeah, they're good.
There's Malteser eggs. Oh, cookies and cream.
Hey,
Turkish delight.
Turkish
delight. Yeah.
Oh, grandma over here.
How's this right? You know how
very good.
You know how my 8-year-old is obsessed with money.
Yes,
I do know because he's been calling me,
Oh,
hitting me
what
up
do you
for
mean?
some cash.
Like just a hotline.
Yeah. Well, he calls off his mother's phone, which is Jase's wife, and I think, uh-oh, there's an emergency, better answer. Hello, Lowen. It's Hudson. Can I have some moolah? That's what he says. Can I have some moolah?
what does
I'm like,
he
leave me
want?
alone, kid. Give me a break.
I think I know what that's about.
He wanted to get an iPod or something. I was like, ask your dad. He's got plenty
You
of
should
coin
add
dollars.
that to the no-call list.
Yeah, and he said, you've got a new job and you've got lots of moolah. Think of the children. That's what he says to me. Leaves me voice messages.
You proud?
Anyway, what were you saying about your little hustler son?
That's my boy.
Oh, look what you've done, Jase.
Someone said in here the other day, because we're obviously in a new office, I can't wait till Jase's boys come in. And I was like, take your watches off and lock up your
Oh,
wallets.
yeah,
'cause
he
he'll
will
rob you."
take your car. And everyone laughs and
He'll
jokes.
fleece us.
And
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, oh, yep, laugh it up. But when you're sitting here on the bus heading home, you'll be the first to whinge.
Yeah, and Hudson's on the bus home with a Rolex on.
Yeah, you got to watch old Huddy.
Anyway, what were you saying about him?
To be honest, I've totally forgotten.
Easter. You were talking about Easter. It's too early for hot cross buns.
He said,
I
you know
love
how
hot
my
cross bun.
son loves money.
Yeah.
Love hot cross buns. No,
What's
it's hot
wrong?
cross
You're
bun
deep in
territory.
thought.
No,
What's
it's gone.
happened?
It's gone.
It's gone?
It's
Why
gone.
is Easter in March this year?
God, that annoys me. You know when you think of something that it's... No. We'll come back to it.
It's making great radio.
Oh, well, sorry. If you didn't go on your 4-minute bloody...
You started it. You know how my son loves money, and I said, I do. Boy, do I know that your son loves money.
It's not on each other.
What about Lauren? Why is Easter in March?
Why is it? It's rattled me.
13, 24, 10, if you've got
Just
the
how
answer.
it falls.
I don't get it. I don't
hey,
think it's ever been in March before, has it?
We have
I don't know. Ask Jesus.
a big... Oh, Jesus called through online too. Hello. Jesus, long-time listener, first-time caller. Welcome.
That'd be an exclusive.
Yep. Hey, lot to get across this morning. Yes, footy is on tonight. How's that tragic story coming out of Ballarat as well with the miners? We were saying this morning, I didn't know they were mining still in Ballarat. That's
Some mining
crazy.
operation still underway. Ballarat, Bendigo as well, but 30 were actually trapped initially, so they got sort of 28 out. But we'll have more through the morning, hoping to track down Ballarat's mayor, who's doing a sterling job up there as well.
Yeah, right. Okay, well, we'll get you right across that story. Today has not started off well for all of us. Clint, you still couldn't get in the building.
No.
Lauren, how
It's a
many...
problem.
Oh, no, I'm off this place.
No.
I'm over it.
You can't verbalise
don't be
it. You're
on
still on
right.
probation.
To get in here, I mean, I had to use 3 different apparatuses to get into the building. You got a swipe card to get in the garage door, then a swipe card to get in the boom gate, and then you go down another boom gate, and then you've got to use an app to get into our section of the car park. And if you don't have the Wi-Fi on, then you can't use the app, so you can't get into that section. And then you've got to use another pass to get into the lift. And by the time I get in here, I am exhausted.
Don't you hate safety?
The other place you just walked in, anyone could walk in off the street.
No one wanted to, though. That was the problem.
Guess what I did this morning?
Oh, what?
I was in cruise control. I went to the old place.
Did you?
Did you drive?
I drove to the other radio station we used to work at.
How far did you get?
Boomgate.
You didn't.
You did not. What?
Down Punt Road, through the back streets into Richmond and up to the Boomgate. And thought, hang on, I don't work here anymore.
Why would you do that? Pete? Do you hate yourself?
The last time you were there, you were pat by the Daily Mail carrying a cardboard box.
Have your belongings.
Still wearing the clothes from the night before. Right across Melbourne, this is Nova 100.
Oh, no, that's another team.
No, I didn't say it. I went Nova 100.
Oh, my gosh.
Drove to the old
that's
building.
A strike.
No, it's not a strike.
You drove to the wrong office this morning.
was a
That's
can.
a double strike.
You silly man. You silly man.
It is Jase and Lauren Clint here from the newsroom as well. Tops of 17 today. She was chilly last night. I'm in a jumper.
Well, that's because you make this studio like a refrigerator.
I can't take it off. I'm raw dogging.
But
Are you raw dogging?
I'm raw dogging, baby. There is no shirt under here.
He just flashed.
he's got a whole new
Don't
range
put
of
that in the video.
He's got a whole new range of stuff he can get to finger his hernia now.
Has it gone?
We haven't had a hernia update for a while.
For new listeners to the show, I was packing a hernia around my belly button area.
And his favourite thing to do was make people touch it. And
I think it's gone.
What, magically?
You know why?
Stand away, may I borrow a finger?
Oh, it's a stress thing.
No, it's a weight thing.
Oh, well, that left last year.
It's a weight thing. You've lost weight and the hernia's gone down.
Because Paul, your partner, had a hernia in the same spot. We used to stand there fingering each other's.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, they did. And I haven't
That's rather unpleasant, isn't it?
I haven't really been concerned about his hernia either, because the only 2 people that talk about their hernias were Jase and Paul.
13 24 10 if you've got a hernia.
Where is it?
Where's your hernia, Melbourne?
Can hernias disappear?
Promise me if people ring wanting to talk about their hernia.
Wait, no one wants hernia chat.
Okay. Hey, Mum went out last night.
I did, and you know what? I thought it was going to be cold too, because I was at what's it called now? The stadium in the Docklands.
Marvel Stadium.
Marvel States had many lives.
I know, but I like it being Marvel. It's cool. The
Yeah,
kids
it is
love
good.
it. They see the Marvel characters. There's a rock wall out the front you can climb.
Is there?
Yep.
I didn't climb that last night, but there was one superhero inside.
I don't know if they're supposed to be climbing.
who looked like a superhero, and it was pink.
Yes.
She put on quite the show last night, but you know.
Here we go.
There's always a but.
Was there something wrong with
You
your
didn't
free
like
tickets?
It? You didn't like it?
It was so... I loved it. I loved every second of it. She didn't start till 9 p.m.
Oh, no, that's a hard no for
That's
me.
late on a school night,
That's
isn't it?
on a Wednesday night, 9 p.m.
9.
It's indoors. You could roll that
No, it
out
was
as a
out.
matinee.
It was outdoors, roof open.
Well, shut the roof and start at 4.
No, you can't.
How was
She's
she
got
suspended?
fireworks.
If the roof was open, how was she suspended?
From poles.
No, she's on like a fly line, like you know that spider
flying
cam,
fox.
like a spider cam at the footy. It was like that. And it was quite amazing. But 9 p.m. That's late.
That's crazy.
That's late.
It's like the footy tonight, 80,000 at the G for the Blues. And, like, what time's that game start? 7:30?
I think it's 7:30 tonight.
Sure,
By the
what?
time you get home, it's 11. It's too late.
It is, especially when you're crammed on a train or a tram.
You know what else is too late? Maths. I'm obsessed with maths.
What time?
7:30 it starts, but it goes for 90 minutes.
Oh.
At 9 o'clock.
I thought you said mass. I'm like, the 6 p.m. church service is too late for you?
Midnight mass is too late too.
Right, yep.
Maths. It finishes at 9 p.m.
Do you know why, though? They purposely run past 8:30 because that way it picks up on the ratings period between 8:30 and 9:30. So Married at First Sight leaks into the next, like, ratings block.
Oh.
There you go.
Hey.
Good on you, Peter Ford.
Yeah. What? I think it just goes for 90 minutes.
No, there's a method behind the madness. You know what's too late? And this really rattles me. 9:15 p.m. movie sessions.
Yeah, who's going to
Should
that?
we move you two into Shady Pines or
Yeah,
what?
seriously. Seriously, but surely we're not the only people that think 9 o'clock might as well be midnight.
9:15 movie? You're not getting out till 11.
Not on a weeknight.
That's
Certainly not.
insanity.
No, but we are old.
Oh,
Very old, in fact.
God. Anyway.
I mean, my dad's 77 and he wasn't complaining about the 9 p.m. start, but I was filthy about it.
Question?
Question.
Are you guys seeing on social media more and more blokes, be it sort of in their 20s, 30s, maybe even early 40s, getting hair transplants?
Yes. Mate of mine did the turkey job.
I was going to say a lot of people go to Turkey and there's those pictures from Turkish Airlines leaving Turkey and it's
they've
all...
got their headbands with blood on
full
them.
of blokes with... They've just had the transplant and they're making their way home.
So they do them locally as well. I've had a few mates who've done them in Melbourne. And
So
quite
just as good as
successfully.
Turkey?
Well,
But much more
I think
expensive.
I dare say even better, but exactly more pricey.
Yeah.
More pricey. One of my mates, Dan, who I'm sure he won't mind me saying, he's had a great hair transplant, great results, really, really good, clean
Is this
hair.
Dan I know?
No.
I was
I don't
about to
think
say,
so.
that's
clean hairline.
Yeah.
And I was so enamoured at his progress that I started dreaming about it.
His hair or yours?
A bit of both.
Do you have hair insecurity? It's a big thing with men.
I think I might, Lauren. So basically the dream was that I pictured
Oh, you
his
actually had a
hairline,
dream in the middle of the night.
and then I dreamt that I went to Turkey to get a hair transplant. And I'd wake up and I'd feel my hairline to see if I'd had the operation or not.
Oh, you really thought it had
Still haven't
happened.
had it.
Not once, not twice. This is a repeating dream, like 6 or 7 times.
Should we take the show to Turkey? We'll do a hairy show.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. We could take a bunch of balding blokes to Turkey.
Yeah, and we'll add like a bit of hair on our logo and stuff like that. We'll make
That's
it big,
good.
Yeah, big hairy
I
show.
don't mind it. I reckon
We
there'd
could
be
call
plenty
it-
of people keen.
I'd call it hair apparent.
Mate of mine did it though. It is extremely painful.
Painful.
So you're awake, right, when they're jabbing your head with needles.
Why? Why don't they just put you to sleep?
I don't know. Like, put me to sleep for anything medical, as far as I'm concerned. Blood test, knock me out. But yeah, he copped needles in the head, and then he can feel them pricking out the hairs at the back.
Because
guess that's how
is
they
that what
gotta
they
do
do?
it.
They take it
They
from
ta-
where you've got
They
it.
take the
back of your
follicles out the
spine.
back, and then they push them and implant them into the front of your head.
And then they've got to fall out, don't they?
Yeah, but
and
then,
then
he's-
they grow back.
But they take you back to the hotel, and he was pumped with that many drugs that they pretty much carried him into the hotel room, and then there's someone that's paid to sit in the room and just watch you for the next couple of hours to make sure, I guess you don't.
So
Why
I
don't they
guess
just keep you in the hospital for a couple of hours?
Well, they've got another bald guy ready to go.
Yeah,
they need the
true.
room.
Yeah.
they do too.
Yeah.
Just like a maternity ward.
Yeah.
You know
so
what?
I guess what
Chicks go through so much. You guys deserve that.
Enough about you guys.
well,
We're
you're
experienced.
trying to get rid of your hair. We're trying to grow it.
It's true.
That's the difference.
If only we could take it off men, give it to you. Would you like that, Clint?
Oh, would solve the balding problem around the world.
I'll pop down to my
I've
laser.
got a lot to fill in a receding hairline.
Pop down to the waxing lady and say, could we keep those follicles, please?
Is she out of the room? I've just got this glad bag. Do you mind if I fill it?
That's so gross.
Excuses. We've all had them from time to time to get
Yep.
us something. For many people, it's telling a white lie to get out of work, right? Whether it's the kids falling off the trampoline.
That
Jase?
one comes in quite
It's a
handy.
Jase classic. You haven't really lived unless you've made up some elaborate excuse to get
Yeah.
out of work or to get out of something, right?
Or maybe it's, can't get into the car park or something similar,
Yeah.
Lauren.
I use fuel a lot. Sorry,
Do you?
I'm late. I was running out of fuel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Traffic's
Traffic's
always
a hard
very
one.
bad.
Well, I was
around
late for a
Melbourne.
haircut yesterday, and I was like, "Oh, sorry, mate. I was on the Nepean, the fuel light. I didn't think I was going to make it. I had to grab fuel."
Well, one boss working up north out
Yep.
of Sydney's west has detailed some of his worst, almost notorious employee stories or excuses some of his staff have used to get out of work. And it struck a chord on TikTok, I believe, Jase.
She interviewed really well, said all the right things, perfect. For the first 2 weeks, she kind of started to think things were a little bit off. She seemed to not be able to follow instructions. She seemed to disappear for a few hours at a time. Anyway, we had a really busy day planned and she went to lunch. She's 15 minutes late back from lunch, so I gave her a call. She tells me where she is, so I race down there in the car and she's sort of semi-lying on the ground. Anyway, I pulled up, said get in, and she's like, oh, I'm sorry, I tried to get back to work and I started to run and my heart stopped and then I fell over.
It's quite dramatic.
It is.
Her
Also,
heart stopped.
also, she's 15 minutes late. It's not like that just happened. Like,
But does your heart just stop and start again when you're running? And then
It
you
can,
fall
I
over?
guess,
And then
yeah.
you just stand up
Well,
and
like
go back
you-
to normal life?
I think isn't it an arrhythmia?
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I believe.
Yeah, I've had
Wow.
mates like have an off heart and they go and get all bloody wired
And then
up
you just
and
go
everything.
back to work like nothing's happened?
Yeah.
Just smash a Red Bull, you'd be right.
Oh, Lauren would be like, I would milk that for the month.
Seriously.
Yeah, sorry guys, bad heart last Tuesday, so I'm just sitting this one out.
Many years ago, I was working on a kids' TV show at Kids WB.
Yeah.
God, that job was fun.
Why it didn't win a Logie, I don't know,
I
Lauren.
don't know either. It was brilliant TV.
Did you get to go to Logies?
Brilliant viewing. Yeah, I got to go, but there was no point in me being there. I might as well have just been sitting on the bench. I just got to go to wear a pretty
Gotcha.
dress and drink the free wine. And we had this producer who was she was a hoot. She was great fun.
Yeah.
But one day she called in sick, and I'll never forget it. I was working with Shane Crawford at the time. We were hosting the show, and our boss walked in and said, "You're not going to believe this one." She's called in and said she ate too much lamb last night and she's got the meat sweats. And she's been...
No, that one's all right.
She's in a meat coma.
I understand
You
that.
So she didn't...
sympathise.
Yeah.
She didn't...
If it's lamb too, lamb can be quite fatty.
man.
she
yeah.
didn't come to
Especially
work.
mid-sauce.
We went, you know how we went
She
to
did
Greek?
not turn up.
No, fair point. You know how when we went to Greek the other day here on Clarendon Street,
Yeah.
I had the meat sweats that afternoon. I said to Lou, you're going to have to do pickup. I need to lie down.
You did eat a lot of lamb.
Oh, I ate
okay?
a lot of lamb.
You ate like a whole... Mary had a little lamb. Jason had a little lamb.
Full lamb.
You had tzatziki?
Yeah.
Tzatziki?
No.
He
Raw
didn't
dogged
want
it.
that.
He
He
raw
just...
dogged. You
Straight
can't
lamb.
raw dog it.
Raw
It
dogged
was-
it, straight lamb.
It was quite sort of
So
barbaric.
pita bread?
Watching him do it.
No
yeah,
pita.
but he didn't really even dunk the pita. He just... So you go
Didn't
to
want a
this...
carb load.
You go to this Greek place. No, it's quite funny.
Don't
every time.
embarrass me. I got...
Go.
And you can get
Keep
like a
going.
meat board, and it's got meat and some like like a Greek salad, or you can choose your salad and your sides and some pita bread. And he said, "I just want the board of meat." And he just got a giant pile of lamb.
And you know what I don't like? How they make you feel embarrassed. It's like, I'm saving you money. I don't want your tzatziki or tzatziki. What is it?
What's it called?
Your tzatziki.
Tzatziki?
Tzatziki.
Tzatziki. See, I don't need that. I
Your
just want the
Suzuki
meat.
Swift. Keep that to yourself.
Yeah,
Oh, excuses.
The meat sweats was like, that's the
that's acceptable.
wildest I've
Do you
heard
remember-
pulling out of work.
Just very quickly, there's a bloke in the media who, to get out of work, he said he went to his grandma's funeral and then called up the next day and said he fell in the hole.
Oh my gosh, that's right. Who was that?
Did he really?
He said he fell in the hole.
With grandma?
And that's why he never came back to work.
Did he?
I remember
So
hearing
hang on,
this
was
story.
Grandma really dead?
Grandma was dead.
Right.
Legitimate.
Grandma's
she was,
gone.
She was cold.
Right, but he fell,
He fell
on
in the
top
hole
of the coffin.
before they poured the dirt
Yeah,
on.
and then he couldn't come to
Then he
work.
couldn't
But isn't
come
it
to
like a
work.
garage remote? Zzz, can't they just bring it back up?
I don't know.
Yeah, right.
He got out of the hole. He's not still in the hole.
Right.
So they might have used the garage
He
remote
was in
to
the
get
shit
him.
though, that's for sure.
God. All right. Our number is 132410. Not so typical excuses. Has someone rolled one out at your workplace? Or have you got a good go-to? Actually, you know what? People are dying in your life every week. The amount of funerals that you roll out
Me?
around here.
Yeah.
Do
Yeah,
you?
I've got one this afternoon actually. No, I don't actually.
Oh, God, that was awkward. Oh, well, if you're free, let me take you to this Greek place across the road. It's incredible.
We'll go
No.
after the funeral.
Neither of you will turn up
I
tomorrow.
can't go to the funeral. I'll have the meat sweats.
Charlie in Croydon, tell us, what excuse have you heard?
A mirror fell off a wall and smashed a phone. So the phone was no longer usable.
Oh, so it was a ripple effect. There was many layers to the story.
Yeah, and it broke the employee's and his girlfriend's phone. Both phones got broken.
Oh, two
by
Both
one
phones
mirror.
just happened to be under the mirror.
Yeah, it's a shock.
What?
And did we buy that excuse? Do we think it really... Because that stuff can happen.
Oh, no, we didn't buy it,
Yeah.
really. Like, we let it on a bit, but it was a Saturday, and they magically had their phones fixed by about 9 a.m.
Oh,
Of course.
yeah.
Well, there's a lot of phone shops around.
And if you're going to tell a lie like that, you've really got to follow through. You got to turn up to work with a new phone on Monday.
Can I tell you,
You can't be on social media.
one of the pure joys that comes with being a father is having access.
So many, Jase.
Having access to the ultimate excuse, and that is children.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
the
know.
kids are sick.
Gastro.
Oh, gastro's a beauty because no one wants you to come around.
Ear infections.
Yep. Oh, God, ear infections.
Hands, foot
and mouth.
Oh, no thanks.
Steer clear for 2 weeks.
Yep. I'll see you at work in a month.
But if you don't think we know that you're doing that, you got rocks in your head.
Yeah. Oh, there's great moments to being a parent as well, but we'll get to them later. 13 24 10. Strange excuses. What's been rolled out at your workplace, Melbourne? Let's go to Werribee. Michael, welcome to the show. What's the excuse you heard?
First of all, I just want to say welcome back, guys. The radio was boring without you. I hope this one worked out for you guys.
We hope so
do
too,
we.
mate. Thank you very
Thanks,
much.
Mike.
Thanks.
You did not need this. You didn't need them. They needed you guys.
Oh, Mike, we'll get you to do the next contract. What's the excuse?
But not me. It's my wife's boss. So my wife was a senior at a big company. Now, her boss said that she couldn't come to work because the hot air balloons kept it up in the morning. They were too loud. They were just, you understand.
They are
And one day
very
she said that her cat couldn't come because of her cat.
Yeah,
her cat
right.
was vomiting, wasn't feeling well. But the best one was the hot air balloon, mate. Like,
Yeah, the hot air balloon's good. Hot air balloon's
Well,
strong.
yeah, 'cause
I get the animals. Those of us who don't have kids, like,
Hey.
animals are like our babies. If they're sick, we feel it too. But the hot air balloon's ridiculous.
That just reminded me.
What?
We've got our own hot air balloon here.
At
Nova.
Yeah, it's a Nova hot air balloon.
Is there?
Yeah.
I tell you what, I'm not ever, ever, ever doing. Going in that hot air balloon.
So tomorrow we're going to be live from the hot air balloon.
Not me. Not me. I'll be on
hang
the ground.
Hang on, the thumb. Yes. What's wrong?
Well, technically we don't own it anymore, but they just can't afford to take the branding off it, so it's still Nova just in the air
Oh,
somewhere.
we just haven't
it's free.
paid the renewal fee. Oh, right.
Yeah, we just kind of let that go.
right.
Well, that's good because you won't be getting me in it.
Right. Okay, cancel tomorrow's hot air balloon show.
You two could do postcards from the hot air balloon.
It's bye
No,
for now.
I don't do hot air balloons. They're
Okay.
not for me.
Go to St Kilda. Morning, Kate. What's the excuse you heard?
Good morning. So this was from myself. I really didn't want to go into work, and I'm a little allergic to cats. And my partner had a cat at the time, and I feel really bad for lying, so I rubbed my face in his cat.
You rubbed your face in the cat? Yep.
In the cat to get the photos. My face swelled. It worked a little bit too well. My face swelled up like I didn't even look like myself anymore.
That's strong.
Took a photo, sent it in, got the antihistamines, got the day off work.
Well done. That's commitment.
You know what
That's
you
really
should
good.
do?
I'm
And this is
allergic-
where my mind goes straight away. If you're going to do that, have 3 different shirts. So get 3 different photos
different days.
while you flared up, and then you've just got them
That's
saved
good.
in your
That's
camera
a
roll.
great
Nah,
idea.
people
Yeah.
are like sleuths these days. They'd be like, I can see the date you took that, the date and time.
Jeez, okay.
That's what people do these days.
We'll have a look at Kate
You wouldn't
Middleton.
believe it.
Kate Middleton, exactly.
The cats jumped on my face after the races on the weekend. Oh, morning after the grand final, you wouldn't believe it. Woke up with a cat on my face.
Imagine being her husband and walking in and just seeing her rubbing her face.
You staying home today, babe? How's it look? Yeah. We'll go out for lunch.
I think he said Whiteman Park is a hoot. Come to EnviroFest 2024. Learn about Whiteman Park's birds and discover ways to improve your sustainability with hands-on workshops and demonstrations. Plus, there'll be market stalls, food trucks and heaps of kids' activities. EnviroFest 2024 at Whiteman Park on March 23 from 10 till 3. You'd be wise to go to whitemanpark.com.au.
It is going to be a huge night at the G tonight. 80,000.
Wow.
Tigers.
Thursday night footy.
V Carlton, who are you getting behind? We know you'll be Tigers.
I'm Tigers. I'd be kicked out of my family if I didn't say I'm barracking for Richmond tonight.
Are you confident about the season ahead?
Not really.
No.
Dad came over last night and was
Oh, yeah.
like, because I'm an MCC member,
Yes.
Yep.
but my dad, ever since I was born, has bought me a Richmond membership every
Yep.
year.
Right.
And with your membership, you get a scarf or a hat. You can
Oh,
go.
yeah.
He's
Yeah.
like, have you gone and got your scarf yet, Loz? And I said, Dad, I have not.
no.
You wouldn't be a scarf. Oh,
No,
you-
I'm a scarf
just
gal.
not a beanie gal.
Not
Face
a beanie
paint?
gal. You know how I feel about face paint. Over 7 and you're out. And I'm over 7.
We should deck her out at the footy one night with a flag as
Screw
well.
that. Send her
No.
down to the markets, IDing the kids lined up for face paint. How old are you? 8.
You're
Not on
out.
my watch.
You could help the cheer squad with their banner.
No thanks.
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, I
I'd
like
go out
the
on the
footy.
ground.
You know
No.
what?
Help
Hey,
them hold it up.
imagine Lauren running through the banner. $20 says she'd get caught. You can see
Caught
it.
in the tape.
Yeah. I'd be
Trying to
the
run out and get out there.
I'd be the kid that got clotheslined running through the banner. But no, I haven't picked up my scarf yet, but I will be wearing it and my beanie sitting on the couch cheering the mighty Tigers on tonight.
It's going to be a massive game. 80,000 at the G tonight. Remember, pocket some extra cash because pies and beers have gone up.
Haven't they?
Yep. Basketball last night.
It's a sporting feast in Melbourne at the moment.
Isn't it?
Footy back round 1 this weekend and Melbourne United in the NBL going great guns.
I want to take the boys to it.
NBL's become quite popular again, hasn't it? In the 90s, I used to go with my family to watch the Melbourne Tigers all the time.
Oh, were you a Tigers gal?
And it was such a thing, yes.
I was a Magic guy.
Of course you were.
Yeah.
We had
of course you were a Tigers girl.
Yeah, Andrew Gaze.
Leroy Loggins in Brisbane.
Oh, the Bullets.
The Bullets.
Andrew Gaze played for the Melbourne Tigers.
Well, Andrew Gaze was there last night. I saw him in the flesh.
I love Andrew
You know who
Gaze.
else was courtside, Lauren? Because
Courtside's a big deal.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. They normally have like the big
It's-
high-profile celebrities are normally row one, like
when you go to the
courtside.
NBA, you see
Yep.
like Dua Lipa,
Absolutely.
Jennifer Aniston.
And then like behind them is like your second-tier celeb,
Yeah.
where sometimes, let's be honest, it's filler. And you know who was spotted at the game last night?
Who?
One, Clint Stanaway.
Well, thanks.
Front row?
No, that's called Celebrity Row.
Is it?
The second row is called VIP.
Oh, so
And
who gets in Celebrity Row in Melbourne?
Okay, let me do
Celebrities.
it.
What's it called? The NBL.
Let me do a roll call. Shall I?
Okay, yeah. Who was there?
So a few footballers like Keziah Pickett, Cozzy Pickett from
Oh,
the
yeah.
D's,
He
great
deserves to
football,
be there.
live wire. Jamara Ugle-Hagan was there from the
Yes,
Dogs.
deserves to be
He had
there.
the bloke who works at the Yocks, won't say his name.
Who?
Nah.
Brendan Ravola.
That one.
Oh, Fev. He's still.
Our
he got
friend-
a gig in the front row and you're in the VIP. You're in the
He
second.
did, shame.
Shame.
Andy Allen was there, our mate from MasterChef.
love him.
Looking really, really well. He's
Hang
in
on.
a
Hang
what?
on. Do they do the thing where they put the camera on?
I'm getting to that, Jase. I'm getting to that.
What were they?
The
showed
king
the
of
celebrity?
the King of Moomba was there. He wasn't wearing his crown. Peter Hellier was there, and you know a myriad of sporting stars, some
actually-
vixens, all that sort of thing.
It's actually like quite star-studded.
Yeah. Anyway, they do this thing as Jase alluded to, which is like it flashes up and goes Celebrity Row.
No. On the big
And there's
screen.
like all these sort of stars that appear, like anyway, and they go Cozzy Pickett, and everyone goes woo, right? And they go,
and does the camera go on them? The camera goes on the celebrity.
Peter Hellier, and everyone woo.
But does Pete wave?
Oh, he
like the
waves.
camera
He-
goes
he
on
wa-
them?
he has to wave for a good 5
Oh,
seconds,
you have to
right?
do like a silly face.
Oh, that 5 seconds would last.
Anyway,
a
we get to
lifetime.
like I think it was deep into the third quarter, which is go time for a lot of the celebs. I think Danny Minogue might have been there as well.
Are you sure? I think she's an ambassador or
Yeah,
something
she is,
for
yeah,
it. She's
yeah,
always
yeah.
there.
Anyway, and the dancing boys and girls are doing their thing out in the middle, so you know that it's a timeout.
Yeah.
So you know the camera's coming, and I see it out of the corner of my eye,
What?
don't I? I see the camera coming
Towards you?
Towards you in the second row.
Oh no!
Were you
no,
hoeing
sure,
down on
I'm
a
like,
hot dog?
surely not. I put
You
my,
normally carry powder on you. I've seen. Like,
put my Pepsi in the drink holder.
Oh, you had a cup holder. They were good
Oh,
seats.
yeah.
were you
And I was
practicing
like,
your wave?
Oh, I said to Matt, who's sitting, I said, the camera's coming. It's coming. It was coming quickly, right? It was hurtling towards me.
Oh, my
Oh,
God.
shit, what do I do here? What do I do?
Do
What
I
am
go
gonna
with
do?
the
Am I gonna
wave?
go a thumbs up?
Oh, no!
I hope you didn't do a double thumbs up.
Did you do a shaka? Should have done a shaka.
Oh,
Don't do a shaka.
I'm telling you, I'm getting nervous. I'm going to go a thumbs up. I'm going to go a thumbs up,
Thumbs
right?
up?
Like, g'day, guys. Cool guy here.
No.
Anyway, here it comes. It gets to within a couple of meters. I'm like, oh, here's my moment. And then they pan to Matt Agnew from The Bachelor, the astrophysicist, who happened to be sitting just a few rows in front of me. So they weren't actually coming towards me.
Oh, the shame.
I got superseded by
Were you still
Matt
sitting there?
Agnew.
With the thumbs up, though?
I had
thumbs up.
I had a
In the
double
background?
thumbs up waiting for my moment.
This is Nova 100. You are on the... Oh, mate. You're...
Go on, paint a picture.
Good morning, Melbourne.
Can you hear us?
We've had a situation.
You're on the air, I think, with Jason Lauren. Clint's here from the newsroom as well. I'll be honest, guys. I'm rattled.
He is rattled.
I'm rattled.
We've just had a big change of scenery here in the office, as if we haven't had enough change in our lives already.
I don't like change, although I did like the recent change.
Yes.
We are new here at Nova. However, all this, like, we broke...
Midway through the song, Jase broke every single thing in the other studio.
Yeah, I feel as though drama's following you.
I know.
And we've just had to run into another studio and hope for the best.
We have moved studios. But
What was the carry-on like?
Well, I danced all just around the office for 3 minutes during that song because I knew I couldn't help either way. Jase is rattled.
I'm also very flustered because I'm trying a new hair product today.
Oh, yeah.
I've gone for the paste and not the...
I think it looks good.
You
Thank
men and your hair products, I was just saying, you go from like, this is what Paul says, oh, where's my hair product? I'm like, oh, here you go. And he goes, no, that's the paste and I want the powder. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then the next time I'll throw the powder to him. He's like, no, I want the gel.
No,
then I want the clay. Like, and now I need the spray. Like, don't you just use one thing and you stick to it for life?
Couple of things. Firstly,
because you've had a haircut.
No one's using gel since 1988.
Gel and Brill cream. No one uses
gel
either.
has to go. Oh,
what's
are
Brill cream?
people still using?
Brill cream's the stuff that it's sort of very greasy, and they comb it through in the
Oh
barbers.
no, people
you
are
know
using
that?
lube now.
What?
What?
Yes.
Is that why you got a tub of it? Babe, can you pick us up 4 litres of lube from Aldi?
I dare say if you threw that his way, he wouldn't be refusing.
The lube.
He wouldn't know what to do with it.
It gives you, it gives you the wet look. Can you two mind your manners? It's a hair product these days. Thank you very much.
Where do you sit on a moose?
Oh, moose.
And then there's a foam. The mousse.
They're very spenny though, aren't they?
I've just gotten into the dusting powder.
Yeah,
which the
they
filler.
use that in my hair at Channel 9.
Yeah,
oh,
when
the filler.
when
No,
yeah,
they
it's-
don't use that. No,
Yeah, it's dusting powder. So it's
As
like
in-
it fills
I think
your
they
hair.
call it Topic.
Yeah, so it
No,
basically.
they're different things.
Oh no, the one I'm using is like you go on bald, you
Fake
chuck a bit of
hair.
this powder in, and then boom. But otherwise, you can get.
Topic.
Yeah, Topic.
Is that the coloured hairspray?
Is that what
Yeah,
Mayor
yeah.
Giuliani used when he started sweating and it was dripping down his face?
A friend of mine used to do hair and makeup on one of those TV shows like, Australia's Got Talent. And they said, yeah, we used to use half a can on Ronan Keating.
Okay, that's industry secrets that
Really?
you're not
Oh, is it?
supposed to
Yeah.
spill.
Oh, life is a roller coaster.
Yeah.
Who uses the Topic at Channel 9, Clint?
Yeah.
Oh, look, I mean, I'm sure you could guess. Go for it. Guess.
Tony Jones.
I don't think TJ does.
Oh, he's got a good head of hair, does he?
I think he's decent.
Good on him.
I think it might be
Is
a
it a-
former Moomba King.
Is it a specific lube for the hair or just...
I think you can use any of them.
Have we picked an outfit?
You know what? I'm kind of nervous. So this Friday, I was telling the boys the other day, I'm going to my 20-year school reunion. And one of the things that I am wondering about is what do I wear? It's at school. The reunion's at school, on campus.
Nothing too revealing then.
No, I'm thinking it's like jeans and a
Oh,
blazer.
that's-
setup.
A blazer, your school blazer.
Oh,
Got dream on.
actually, I've still got that. I could pull that
Oh, you mean
out.
a,
I might
you
wear
mean
it
a-
I might wear it in tomorrow. My school blazer.
You mean a Portman's blazer or something like that?
Portman's blazer. Do you think it's like jeans and a t-shirt and a blazer vibe? But maybe with
Yeah.
it like a
I've said to you before, you just don't want to rock up too showy.
your classic girl code,
Yes.
which is jeans
Like
and a nice
especially
top.
Lauren.
Are you going to get your hair done?
No.
Don't go over the
Maybe,
top.
should I? Do you think
I
other
you should,
people will?
maybe, Yeah.
Don't, just not...
I mean,
like I
it's-
remember when we got married, I said to I was like, oh Luke, please just don't. You know how some people go just a little bit OTT on wedding day.
yeah, you
It's
do
like
want to
let's
look
do
like
9
yourself.
coats. Yeah, you want to look like yourself.
Yeah, but I haven't seen these people for 20 years. I don't want them to think that I am an out of shape radio host. I want to look like, oh yeah, I remember her.
Well, then send someone else.
Body double.
I think it's a jeans and nice top setup.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not rolling in a cocktail dress.
Can we?
Starts at
Is there anyone
6:30.
you want to impress?
Mr.
Any old
Mason.
flames?
Mr.
Don't.
Mason.
That's not. We had one of my old school teachers on yesterday, Mr. Mason.
Take a listen.
Good morning, Mr. Mason.
Good morning, young Miss Phillips.
Our
Don't.
producer informed Lauren you were
Oh my
coming on.
God.
This was her response. Take a listen.
He was the hottie at school, and he was a DJ, so he was cool.
What was his DJ name again?
Oh, I don't know. He said something cheeky yesterday, I think. But yeah,
Something about
Mr. He was
biscuits.
Yeah, they weren't crisp.
No.
he was the English teacher, but he was also like the handsome, cool DJ. I
Oh,
think
we're
he
still
did-
on Mr. Mason.
He was
so-
young.
Yeah, right.
You know the young teachers, as if you didn't have
And
a
he
teacher
might
that
be
you were
there.
like.
He said yesterday on the show.
We had a good looking
He might
rooster.
make an appearance.
We had a good looking rooster run the science lab. I remember all the girls
The
were.
science lab,
Yeah.
science teachers were never
He
hot
had
at
a
my
he had a
school.
curly mullet.
Oh.
Mm.
That sounds like the sports teachers. It was always the sports
Oh,
teachers.
always the sports teacher. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, we had a sports teacher when I was in year 11. And
Did you go to a boys' school?
Only in year 11 and 12. See, I grew up with 3 older sisters.
Yeah.
And this is the problem at the moment. So many schools around Melbourne, like they're not co-ed. And I went to an all-boys school in year 11 and 12, and it was like watching hyenas when the girls' school sent a busload over. Like,
I
they were
went to
doing...
college.
All the teachers at Glen Waverley High where I went were aged in their 70s, 80s and 90s. So
But that's right in your hitting zone,
surprisingly-
Clint.
Yeah. So who's your favourite, Clint?
You didn't have one. So then, if they were all in like their 70s, there would have been one young teacher that you're all like, oh,
Fawning over?
yeah.
No, not that
Really?
I can remember.
Oh, wait.
What? Who?
The teachers must just be like,
You didn't hook up with one. did
No,
you?
no. There was a...
no, you can't do that.
Well, not
I don't know
while
if
at
I'm
school.
allowed to say
After
this.
school, that happens.
After school.
There was a
sometimes.
yummy mummy at round the tuck shop.
Oh, you can't.
Yummy mummy. What? One of the other kids' mums?
Yeah, that's a mum.
Yeah, on Fridays.
Oh, that poor kid.
Because everyone used to get tuck shop on a Friday.
Because
And
what
a
about the...
Monday and a
Hey, Chris,
Tuesday.
is your mum on today? I think we're going to get tuck shop.
Oh, poor Chris. He would have been like, Mum, please resign from your
Yep.
tuck shop duties.
Sorry.
Jase.
Chase is at the canteen again.
Jase is just pretending he was at the canteen because the mum was hot. Let's be honest. He
Hey.
was at the canteen every day.
Can we run with this? 13, 24, 10. Did you have a hot teacher when you were growing up? By all means, if you're the teacher and you think everyone was looking at you, we'd love to hear from you
Yeah.
too. 13, 24, 10. Who was the hot teacher at your school?
Yeah.
What was the school? What did they teach?
No, don't say what the school was.
Don't say the school.
Oh, no, the school's okay. Gives it a geographical location.
We definitely need to know the subject they taught.
I'm rattled by you saying the science teacher was hot because the
Really?
science teachers were not.
Where do you sit
Not
on
cool
a
at my
fill-in
school.
teacher? You know, the
Oh,
substitute
they
teachers?
were always hot.
They were, weren't they?
You know, and they didn't. Yeah, they were sexy because they didn't give a shit.
Yeah. Yeah. And they were hard to get because they were here one day and gone the next.
Good morning, Mr. Mason.
Good morning, young Miss Phillips.
Our
Don't.
producer informed Lauren you were
Oh my
coming
God.
on. This was her response. Take a listen.
He was the hottie at school, and he was a DJ, so he was cool.
That is one Lauren Phillips gearing up for a big night of action.
Mr.
at
Mason's never going to let me live that down if he turns up to the 20-year reunion tomorrow.
That's right. 30 years she's clocked up. She'll catch
20.
up. Sorry, all her school friends and Mr. Mason tomorrow night.
You can't talk like that about a teacher, but he was the cool teacher at school because he
Just
DJ'd
drinks.
on the side.
Drinks and dancing.
I don't think there's dancing.
You sure?
Maybe canaps.
Oh, my God.
I love
be
a canapé.
canaps.
$20 says she hosts the after party.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Come back
no,
to
no,
my
no.
house.
Yeah, everyone come back.
What, people I haven't seen in 20 years?
Yeah.
You would too.
All
Clint and I would.
all I'm hoping is that there's name tags because I ain't going to remember half
All
of
right.
them.
13, 24, 10. Let's go to the phones. We want to know, did you have a hot teacher growing up?
Yes. Tanny in Bundoora, did you have a hottie at your school?
Yes, we did. We did. His name was Mr. Dangerfield.
Oh,
Danger.
strong
Sounds
name
hot.
too. Strong name.
What
yeah.
did Mr. Dangerfield teach?
Science, I believe.
Yeah.
Science. Yeah.
What?
He was, yeah.
Science
Yeah.
teachers were not hot.
Well,
why?
he's playing with a Bunsen burner. He's Mr.
Oh,
Danger.
he was tanned and blonde and good looking. So and it helped that I went to an all girls school
Yeah.
as well.
Oh, yeah. We had a male teacher walked in like head to toe in like bike leathers. You know, like...
What was he teaching?
I
Because
don't
if
know.
he was teaching science, I reckon he's got a side hustle.
No. It wasn't that, but all the girls were into him till they saw him in the car park one day and he wore the jacket and all the big leathers and everything, but he rode a moped.
I thought you were going to say he got in his car.
Oh,
with all
yeah.
his leathers
Safety first.
with his helmet.
Yep, Suzuki Swift, meet me, see you tomorrow.
What?
You getting a top up before the big night?
What do you mean?
Little,
Botox?
no, I didn't mean that.
It's too late now. Won't kick in by tomorrow
Yeah,
night.
it doesn't take for a few days.
really?
Clint, how would you know?
Don't know.
You off to the dentist again today, are
I
we?
am actually.
He multitasks, that dentist, doesn't he? Anyway, we had one of my teachers on yesterday, Mr. Mason, who is one of my favourite teachers at school. They caught me off air saying he was a hottie. He was a hottie of a teacher. Thanks, boys, for stitching me up there. So we're asking Melbourne, did you have a hottie as a teacher back in the day? Linda from Donvale, good morning.
Good morning and welcome to Mornings at Pod Nova.
Thank you
Yes.
very much. We
Thanks.
are very happy to be here.
Who is your teacher, Linda?
That's great. I went to school in the 80s and from year 7 to year 10 I had the most hottest, most suave Italian teacher called Mr. Ettore Flacco.
Oh,
Mr.
Mr.
Attore.
Flacco.
Flacco.
And he used to
Flacco.
wear those open neck shirts and the hair with the long fringe flick back.
Was he
And
the Italian
he used-
teacher?
Yeah, he used to conjugate those verbs and we would just look at him in awe. He was hot as.
Linda.
Oh, so
The
Mr.
Italian
Flacco,
stallion.
he's probably like 70 now. Do you
Yeah.
reckon he's still got
He's
it?
probably in
in his mid he probably has. You know those guys that are eternally handsome? That's
Yes.
the Flacco.
George Clooney style.
Interesting surname.
I feel like it hasn't left Linda's mind, to be honest.
Yeah, she can remember it like it was yesterday.
Absolutely. Amanda in Pakenham, what school teacher made an impact on you?
My grade 6 teacher, his name was Mr. Harry, and he would have been in his early 20s, and he was really tall and handsome and super cool. He played the guitar.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Oh,
That'll do it.
Yeah.
Guitar.
And was his name actually Harry, but for professional
No.
purposes he had to be Mr. Harry?
No, his name was Jim.
Jim. That takes away the sex appeal a bit.
Doesn't
Jim.
it? Yeah, I'd be running with Harry too.
Pull out the guitar, Jim.
Jim Harry.
Question.
Music teacher, not hot. Just teacher that plays an instrument. Hot.
No, not when you learn the clarinet like I did. That wasn't hot. The clarinet.
Yes, in Clyde. Who was the hot teacher at your school?
So it's a bit awkward because my partner's listening to the radio right now, and he's probably going to call me later and be like, I can't believe you called up about this. We had a Mr. Jackson who taught psychology year 10, and all the girls took psychology, including myself, just for him. I never used it. I hated psychology, but it was good to, and now he's the
Jess,
principal.
what was it about?
Yeah.
Oh, he's the principal. What was it about Mr. Jackson? Describe him for us.
He looked like kind of like a Ken doll. He was tall, tan, had blonde tips in his hair.
Oh.
Yeah, and a sports teacher as well on the side.
Oh, there you go.
Always a sports teacher.
He
Did you call
as a
him
sporty.
Jacko? Like the cool teachers, like Mr. Mason, my favourite. We called him Mace. So that would have been Jacko.
Was that
for
allowed?
sure.
Were you allowed to call
Well,
him
who
that?
knew? Who knows? We
Yeah,
sort of
right.
weren't supposed to perv on the teachers either, but we did that. All right.
If I said that.
Yeah, you can't say that.
No. Michael, what's your situation?
I was in grade 3 and 4 at the time, but the teacher at the time, her name was Miss McIntyre, and we knew she was very attractive because my dad at parent-teachers interview even asked her out for a date.
Hang on. So I'm guessing your dad and your mum were separated?
No, my mum was sitting right next to her.
Dad, you dirty dog. What did Miss McIntyre say?
I'm not too sure, but yeah, it was just very interesting when everyone got home. So
Yeah, Mum would have had a few things to say on the way home in the car. Dennis, I was
Yeah.
right there.
How do you ask out your son's teacher in front of your current partner?
Oh, it was the 90s, I'm assuming.
Yeah, right.
How long
It
ago
was,
was it,
yeah.
Michael?
it was definitely around 95, 96
Yeah, there you go.
area.
No social media then.
Yeah, that
Things
sort of thing
didn't really.
happened in the
word
90s.
didn't
Really?
spread.
Why don't you go to parent-teacher interview and come home with the teacher?
No, well, he just doesn't sound like Miss
Keys
McIntyre.
in the bowl, you know.
He thought he-
Parent-teacher interview?
Are the
Why
kids
not?
at the parent-teacher interview?
Sometimes.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what, if
sometimes.
I knew it was like that, I'd start going.
Have you got a hottie at your kids' school, Jase?
It's a good Christian school, Lauren. We don't do that sort of thing. Oh, let's go to
Oh,
Geelong.
no, they do.
Can't wait to hear about parent-teachers.
Hello, Jen. How are you?
Good morning, guys.
Are you?
I've been a primary school teacher for a really long time. And this happened sort of back in my younger days of teaching.
Here we go.
I turned up to school one morning to open my classroom door and had realised that we'd had vandals in the school. And this happened quite often. We had people come in, break into school and
Yeah.
write obscene language and things like that. Oh, and in this huge writing it had, Miss Jen is hot.
Yes, Jen.
Graffitied on the wall.
It was quite embarrassing though, because once all the parents and the students started turning up, there was a huge,
Yeah.
All right, Miss Jen's a hottie.
Yeah,
Miss
go-
Jen, you are the hottie at school, Miss Jen.
I'd be like, guys, let's clean up the upside down desk and everything. Leave the paint. We'll do the paint last. Leave the painting up.
I love that.
How's that?
No, I would have walked around just a bit up myself all day if I was Miss Jen. I'd be like,
Yeah.
you saw it there first, kids.
Spring in your step.
Miss Jen is a hottie and I am Miss Jen.
All right, well, Mr. Mason is face-to-face with Lauren tomorrow night
So
at
he's
the
gonna
high
be
school
there?
Well,
reunion.
I don't know. I don't believe that some of the teachers are invited, I assume, but I've invited him.
Yeah, right.
Is that allowed?
Is the AVO still in place?
Haven't seen him for 20 years.
I think he said Whiteman Park is a hoot. Come to EnviroFest 2024. Learn about Whiteman Park's birds and discover ways to improve your sustainability with hands-on workshops and demonstrations. Plus, there'll be market stalls, food trucks, and heaps of kids' activities. EnviroFest 2024 at Whiteman Park on March 23 from 10 till 3. You'd be wise to go to whitemanpark.com.au.
It follows us everywhere.
Awkward. That's awkward.
We are three of the world's most awkward people.
We really are, aren't we?
Strange things happen to us.
Not with each other, just
Well,
in the
sometimes
wild.
with each other.
Hey, if you have something happen to you that's awkward that really, I guess, shouldn't be, give us a ring, 13 24 10. Join us on the air. Might walk away with 6 bottles of wine from Zonzo Estate.
Ooh.
Enjoy a perfect drop from the heart of the Yarra Valley. Great little winery there.
Great winery.
They do awesome pizzas.
Oh, a winery and a pizza. Yum, yum, yum. Let's talk awkward, though. Jase, you don't get as awkward as Clint and I do, because we often tell you things and I'm like, you are never going to believe what happened. And you're like, well, what's wrong with that? But we've started at a new office here at Nova.
Yeah.
And there's many things that when you're new just feel uncomfortable. Clint, you couldn't have been more awkward than walking in on. You didn't want to come in on your own on your first day.
He waited in the car park.
Yeah.
Well, I waited for you, Lauren, and you were running late, so then I had to come in holding hands with you, Jase.
It should be an exciting time. You should have walked in here like, I am here.
Nervous.
Yeah, it's awkward. Well, another awkward thing in this office. So the studios where we are is kind of at the back of the office.
Yeah.
And to get to the reception, you have to walk through the office where everyone sits and works at their desks.
Yep.
And the bathrooms are past the reception.
Oh, yeah.
And so every time I feel like I have to leave from our office or our studio right at the back to go to the bathroom, I feel like I'm doing the walk of shame all the way through and everyone's like, oh, she's off again. She must have, bad bladder control.
Yeah.
Or there's something going on with her bowels because she keeps coming. And I feel like, and people go, oh, are you off because you're leaving? And I go, no, I'm just going to the bathroom.
Oh.
So I feel like I'm announcing it to the whole office.
Sticking with bathroom.
Do you think the beautiful receptionist has a nightclub ticker?
Yeah, tick, 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 tick. Yep.
Oh, you've
100
used
for
your
Lauren.
quota of bathroom stops today.
I was talking to Aaron Rich, beautiful guy, works here in the building. Might hear him on Nova over the weekends now and then. We were walking into the bathroom having a conversation the other day.
Together?
Yeah, the conversation continues. And I go for the urinal and he goes into the stall and keeps chatting.
Don't do, man.
Oh, no, you can't chat over the...
He kept chatting.
You can't chat
I'm
over
like,
the
when you
stall.
shut the door, the conversation ends.
I thought you were going to say you went to the small person's urinal.
No, I've done that at the movies. When they were all full, everyone got out the movies and the only one that was left was
Don't.
the kid one. I had to get down on my knees.
You know how I feel about men urinal chat. Let's not do that now.
Okay. I was like, I don't want to be seen down on my knees in the toilet.
Talking...
Not again.
Talking in the bathroom is awkward. Talking to people, like whether you're washing your hands, whether you're just arriving or whether you're coming in and someone's going out, it's uncomfortable.
Oh, there's an array of sound effects.
You also feel like if there's a bad smell in there and you're leaving, you're like, oh, that wasn't me. That was already there before I...
That on a plane is one of the worst. When the person pre you has done it, and then you go in and you're like, it takes your breath away, and then you have to leave.
Yes.
And everyone judges you.
Instead.
For somebody else's mess.
I stay in there for 20 minutes until there's no sign of it.
And like wipe down the basin and clean it all up to make it look like you're not the barbaric one who went in there and made all of that mess.
Can I take you to Westfield now? I was at Southland the other day. Country Road.
Oh, yeah.
When they suggest for you to try something on. And she's like, I think this would suit you.
Oh, and you know it's not going to look good.
Are you already in the fitting room?
I was walking towards the fitting room and they suggested something.
No.
It's even worse when
you don't know me, Wendy. Don't tell me what's going to suit me.
And Wendy, I'm a large.
It's even worse when they throw the extra garment
over the top. Yes.
No, or when you have to say, excuse me, I need it in a bigger size.
Or worse, you're trying to get it on so quickly because you know you can hear them coming and they're like, how is it? Does it?
Leave me. I'll come out if I need
Not
your
doing
help.
a fashion parade, Wendy. Thank you.
Oh, it's good to see nothing's changed between the three of us.
No. Everything's the same. New building, just as awkward.
Just as awkward.
Just gone 12 past 8. Still to come this morning. You're a great friend. Terrible auntie. Why Lauren can't be responsible for my children. We're going to get to that come 8:30 this morning.
Oh.
A big night last night in Melbourne.
So raise your glass if you are down in all the right ways.
Yes, Pink was in town playing down at Marvel Stadium. And
You
you
were
know
saying
what?
before it was banger after banger after banger.
Banger after, because she played all her
Yeah.
old stuff too. So it was like, oh yeah, I forgot about this one. I forgot about
Yeah.
Like a Pill. I forgot about. It was so good.
Yeah.
Did she do Lady Marmalade?
She didn't do Lady Marmalade.
Didn't
no.
keep Christina Aguilera in a case or
No.
anything? Bring her out for it? Okay, all right.
No, she didn't. But there were like, I don't know what, 50,000 people or something at a packed Marvel Stadium.
Late start, 9 p.m.
Late
That is
start.
late.
I mean,
But so worthwhile.
question.
Did you stay to the end?
Yes, of course, because that's when she does the big flyover.
What
She
song does she
flies
do the
around
flyover?
I can't think of it.
What an
was it?
impact she made. What an impact.
Rockstar. So what?
Right.
Still a rock star.
Yeah, let's...
I just can't sing it. Well, you've got the
leave
other
it
one
for
going.
Pink.
So I went last night, and my dad, who's 77, loves Pink, which sounds odd, right? But he's gone to see her before. She's been around. I mean, she's been around for a long time. And I knew when she was coming out, I was like, I should try and take my dad. But as things happen,
Yep.
you know, it's like you forget. They announced tours months ago.
Oh, it's crazy now. It'll be like, Blah's coming to town. Oh, when's that? Oh, 2027.
Yeah, and you're like, I want to go to that.
Yeah.
And I thought, what a cool thing to take my dad to. Anyway, we managed to get some last minute tickets, and I called Dad and said, do you want to come to Pink? And he was like, love, I'm absolutely there. And there was a part of me that was like, oh, it's going to be a bit of a schlep, like, to be honest, taking my dad. And, if he goes to the bathroom, he'll never find his way back to the seat.
Good call.
Right? He's pretty cool, my dad. But I was stressed about it. Anyway, got in there, no dramas. My fiancé Paul and my sister-in-law Steph and my dad turns up at my house, and he's got his pink polo on, ready to go.
That's cute.
So excited.
Was he going to buy merch? I can see him in a hoodie.
Yeah, I reckon he would.
Or
wear
getting a program.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's up his alley, a program. So he comes over, we all go in together. He's really excited. We managed to get in. And I was just like, where's Dad? Let's just make sure Dad's all sorted. We get in, we get to our seats, and the show starts. He's bopping along. Like, he is having the time of his life.
Standing?
We were on, so there's like on the field, and then we were just on the seats on the side. So we're sort of sitting, standing.
People that stand in the seated section really rattle me.
Oh, no, you can stand any time at a concert.
I think you have to stand, don't you?
Well, no, I paid for a seat.
No, but that's designed for standing. It's just
right.
more a
Yeah,
sport,
yeah.
isn't it?
Okay,
Like
right.
if the stadium is rocking, get on your feet,
Okay,
girlfriend.
right, okay.
And then this beautiful moment comes out where Pink comes out with Willow, her daughter, and sings "Cover Me in Sunshine," and it's so cute. And
Here it is.
it's just
Question. How long into the concert do they do Cover Me in Sunshine? Because I'm just thinking, how long's Willow just chilling out the back waiting?
Oh, yeah.
it's about halfway, about
How
the
old's
midpoint.
Willow?
I think she's 13.
That's 10:30 we're hitting
She
now.
in school?
Yeah.
She's probably got teachers on the road. Who are you to
Maybe.
judge?
Do you reckon they wake her saying, hey, Willow, we're 2 songs away from cover?
Get ready.
She was great. She just comes out for one little bit and then disappears again as
Goes
well.
back to her. Hit the books.
Yeah, back to bed for you, Willow.
Napland's on, come on.
But you can tell she's a proud mum with her little girl there, right? Are you two right?
Yeah.
Can't you just enjoy a wholesome moment of mother and daughter?
Wake up.
Napland.
Wake up. They want Cover Me in Sunshine.
She got a bigger roar than Pink, to be honest.
Yeah,
she was
right.
a crowd favourite, especially from my dad, right? He loved it. And I looked over to him and he just he was almost a bit
He's teary,
emotional
was he?
watching it. And I just thought, this is so cool that I'm here with my dad.
Oh, yeah.
Who's 77. And admittedly, I don't see my dad as much as I should. And I think all of us, as kids, we have this intention, especially when we're older and we're busy and we've got work and friends and family and stuff going on. And I just thought, in what part of my brain did I think maybe it's too hard to take my dad to do this? And it was so cool sitting there with him, arm in arm, singing our... Oh, God, I'm getting emotional. It sounds ridiculous. But he's 77 and I'm not going to have him forever.
It would have meant the world to him.
Yeah.
You going with him last
But it
night.
meant the world to me too. We had the best time. And I just thought, this is something that we're going to have forever. We'll talk about that concert forever and ever and ever. And it was a real moment for me to be like, this stuff's important. Spend time with your parents and your grandparents if you're lucky enough to still have them. I thought about you, Jase, last night, and I thought you would do anything to be at a concert with your dad if you could.
I remember growing up, how you'd be embarrassed with your parents dropping you off at school and stuff like that. And I remember before Dad passed away, taking him into work. And it was just, like later on in life, you're so proud of your parents and you're like, hey, come and meet my workmates. And I remember Dad sitting in watching me on a radio show one day and it just, it meant the world.
Yeah, it's really special. And even if it is hard to do it or you have to make a bit of effort, just do it. Because even though, admittedly, my dad came over before the show and my brother came down with his new little baby, Sienna, who's Dad's granddaughter, who's completely trumped me. Like, Dad's forgotten I existed since he's had a granddaughter. And he spent half the night looking at his Facebook comments from the picture he'd put up of his new granddaughter.
cute.
But we had a great time. And I just wanted to remind everyone out there, take the minute to call your dad or your mum or your grandparent or whoever you've got today. It's really important. And do that stuff when you think you can't be bothered. It's important.
Absolutely. Glad you enjoyed the concerts.
She bungee jumped at the start.
Willow.
No,
Pam.
She's meant to be
It's meant to
studying.
say, bloody hell, she's doing nap plan and bungee. That kid's got a lot on. Tonight, 80,000 at the G.
Yeah, I'll be-
you're not getting
Are you
home from
going to
that
the footy?
tool.
No, I'm not going to go to the
Oh.
footy tonight. I'm going to sit at home and watch it.
Yeah, fair.
I know, but by the time you finish that, if you're
I
heading home
won't.
from the G, it's 11:30.
I won't make it till full time.
We were speaking earlier about, like things that are too late, like the old 9:15 p.m. movie session. I haven't done that since I was 18.
Yeah, but that's for the kids.
Is it?
Yeah, I get not kids, like 18-year-olds. I call them kids.
Actually, the basketball last night was 7:30. That's quite a good time.
Oh,
I was
you know
out
what?
there just after 9. What?
Basketball only goes for like an hour, doesn't it?
Yeah, a couple of hours.
Late social sport.
Oh.
Like, believe it or not, I was part of a touch team for a
That's
couple
not
of
a
months.
sport.
Can we talk about?
Were you doing it in the club?
No, touch footy.
Oh.
Right. But it was like 9 p.m. the game. I'm like, you can't be doing that.
Yeah, producer Nark,
yep.
she came in this morning and
What
said...
happened, Nark? Where were you?
She had netball.
Netball?
Here if you need.
I had a netball final at 8:40 last night. Didn't get home till 9:30. In bed at 10. Up at 3:45.
No.
Oh, but it's a netball final.
Yeah.
Yeah, the finals should get prime time.
Prime time. Need all the eyeballs on her.
No, but I used to play netball, and this is not the reason I retired. There was many reasons I
No,
retired.
Lauren.
But some of
No,
the
Lauren.
games were at
We used to play
10:30.
netball.
Did you play in the Wags with me?
I did.
Yeah, we had a team called the Wags.
We went back to back to back.
How's this, right?
Rebecca Judd was in it.
She was.
One of my sons has made the grand final with his basketball team. They charge you to go and watch.
They charge you or he charges
No,
you?
no.
He's a hustler.
Like, you've got to pay to go and watch your own kids if they make the grand final.
Do you have to pay for them to play?
No.
Do you get
Well,
something
it's
from
free for them to play. Like, you don't have to pay their membership or
Well,
anything?
like, yeah, no, they pay
Registration.
membership for
Yeah,
the
that's
season.
enough.
Yeah, exactly. And now I've got to pay to bloody go in and watch them.
And people are doing it tough. And you know what? You want to get as many people there as the grand final as
Exactly.
possible. That would deter people.
Thumbs on seats.
I know.
That's crazy.
Tell me about it. Don't worry, we found a hole in the fence.
Did you say I'm not paying? I'm redeeming my ticket in vouchers at the canteen.
13 24 10. Who is a bad influence on your children? I've got Apple Play in the car. So, it's great. It's really good because, like, you don't have your phone anywhere near you. You're not tempted to grab your phone while you're driving.
You don't need it.
Exactly. If you get a text message, you can hit, text on the screen and the old AI Apple voice will read it for you.
So how apprehensive are you?
I never, ever hit that button if people are in the car.
You mean if your wife's in the car?
I didn't say that. I just said
How many times do you have visitors in the car? Jase?
She's got you there.
Yeah.
What
It's
are you
like-
hiding?
it's like-
What are you hiding?
It's like if Lou's in the car and we're driving along and, like, Clint rings. I'll go, Stanners, hey, you're on speaker. Lou's here.
Yeah, I do that too. I'm
Yeah.
like, Paul's in the car.
And then the minute I hang up, Lou will be like,
Why?
why'd you need to do that?
Yeah, we all do
What was
that.
he going to say? And I'm like, what are you, like, I'm not having an affair with Clint. I'm just like...
Maybe I was
just-
organising an amazing anniversary dinner.
Exactly.
And I didn't want it to be ruined.
And you get the look of death. The minute you go, on speaker, Lou's here if you want to say hello. It'll be the look
If
of
I
like...
was to have an affair with anybody, it would not be you.
The other thing is when you answer the phone, you haven't said that, and they start talking about something really deep, and you have to look at your partner and be like, just pretend you're not.
Oh,
Just-
yes.
you do that. Don't say a word.
Yeah, so I'm going to leave him. I'm not happy. Oh, Paul's here if you want to say hello. Hi, Claire. So the other day I was doing school pickup and I got a message from one Lauren Phillips.
Uh-oh.
Now, I was about to turn out onto South Road, so I'm watching to my right to see any cars coming.
You don't hit play on Apple Play in that moment.
Felix did. He was sitting in the front seat, so he just leaned over and hit bang on the screen.
Whoops.
And that's when I received a text message from one Lauren.
Dragon Lady said, hey, sorry I missed your call last night. I was watching maths. The guys on there this year are all wankers.
We've got to unpack a few things.
It
So
must have been a
she's
few
saved in your
weeks
phone
ago.
as Dragon Lady.
Yeah, that's me.
That's
I forgot
strong.
about that.
Strong.
Dragon lady, how very dare you?
So I replied, just being cheeky, and said, "Oh, well, I had some really good goss, but I've forgotten it now." That's when she sent.
Dragon lady said, "Don't be a dickhead. Spill."
Now the kids, and you know what kids are like when
No,
they
I didn't know the kids
They're
were there.
impressionable,
you,
Jase.
you didn't know. At
I
this point,
also
you didn't know.
Didn't know you're on Apple CarPlay or whatever it's called.
But when kids hear adults swear, you know how they
Yeah.
get all excited, and the kids are in the car like, "Oh, she said the D word." And at that point, I was like, "Oh, hey, Loz, I should let you know the kids are in the car, so
Oh,
watch
yeah.
what you say." Send. As the words have left my mouth,
It's like a red rag to a bull.
exactly. I knew I poked the bear, and I got this.
Dragon lady said, "Hey guys, poo, bum, wee, Dad told me you can have MC Donald's for dinner. Good night. Bum, boobs. Would you like to reply?"
No.
What?
I said all the swear words, and I said they could have McDonald's for dinner. That's fun. That's what you call being the fun auntie. Did they love it though? Were
Oh,
they like,
what do you reckon? They wanted to
Yes.
reply. You should have heard the language come out of their mouth for the reply.
Siri wouldn't know how to spell some of those words.
13, 24, 10.
That's good. That's good form, by
Yeah, that's strong.
Who is a bad influence on your kids?
Adele in Clyde North. Good morning.
Hey guys, welcome back. It's been a while since the big mate date.
Thank you very much, Adele.
Adele, talk to us. You've got kids.
I do, 10 and 6, which you guys know because they absolutely love you guys.
Aww.
I'm going to dob in my sister. She is a bad influence.
Right.
There's a few things, actually. One, when we go to Gravity Zone, which I'm not sure if you guys know.
I know
It's a
it well.
big
Is that the
trampoline. Yep.
skydiving thing?
No. Gravity Zone's down near Frankston Way. There's like trampolines
I
and
know.
there's laser force. And
Can't do that. My pelvic floor's too
there's
weak on
also a
trampoline.
parents' bar, isn't there, Adele?
Oh, wonderful. Yes, my sister's very well aware of that one.
Yep.
She's the fun auntie.
Yeah.
The advice she gives them is that if anyone is in your way, just push them because you can make it look like that they've tripped over on the trampoline or they've
Brilliant.
bounced too much.
Brilliant.
Savage.
Yep.
Literally just got a text message while I was on hold from my sister that my son called her at 9 o'clock last night from my husband's phone, leaving a message saying that if she can afford to take my daughter to the city, she can afford to give him $20.
Yep. Fair point.
Yeah, there you go.
Throw him
Fair
all the
point.
money.
Fun
All
auntie.
the money.
That's me.
Good on you, Del.
Hey, Adele, good to hear from you, Adele. Question. Is it wrong to leave a place like Gravity Zone in a taxi?
No.
Oh, you've had a few, have you?
Oh,
They've
God,
got
no.
a parents' bar there.
That's great.
Smart
Taxi or an
idea.
Uber?
Smart, look, either one.
Every place should have a bar. I remember when I had to leave the hairdresser in a taxi.
That's right.
Got on
Oh.
the Chardonnays. I was getting my colour done, and God knows that takes a long time.
Tell you what's strong, watching school pickup after like the annual Mother's Day lunch at the school. And it's just a lineup of Ubers.
Camrys.
Yeah.
A white Camry.
The white
Oh,
Camry.
there's a silver one.
Uber for Steve. And there's Mum hanging out the front window. Get in the back, honey. We're talking bad influences on your kids.
And I resent this because you're doing this because you're saying I'm a bad influence on your kids because I
sent
like
you-
to have a bit of fun.
I sent Lauren a text message the other day in the car saying, just watch your language. Kids are in the car. She replied with...
Dragon lady said, "Hey guys, poo, bum, wee, Dad told me you can have MC Donald's for dinner. Good night. Bum, boobs. Would you like to reply?"
Very.
That's funny.
The thing is,
Very
the scary
mature.
prospect is she could
That's
have said
funny.
a lot worse.
I know. Thankfully, he warned me the kids are in the car.
13, 24, 10 is a bad influence on your kids.
Let's go to Brunswick. Nicole, good morning. You're the bad influence.
Yeah, and I take that with a badge of honour.
Okay, great. Me too. What have you done?
My niece and nephew live in Adelaide, and over Christmas I kidnapped them and took them to Melbourne for a week. And my sister gave me very strict rules about, feeding them and bedtime. And I was like, yeah,
Yeah,
I'll
right.
totally follow that. did not follow that at all.
Yeah,
So,
They're like gremlins. You can't get them
so-
wet and you can't feed them after midnight.
Sorry, if the fun auntie has the kids, I'm not just giving them carrots and watermelon.
Also,
as
it's
snacks.
babysitting, mate. Like,
Get the
come on.
S&V popcorn out, babe. Give them some salt and vinegar popcorn.
Absolutely.
Some of those rice.
God, we met
red
Because
lemonade.
when I invite our friends' kids over, the only reason I'm doing it is so that I can buy the kids snacks guilt-free and eat them myself.
We
One
met
for
Lou's
you, one for
uncle at Luna Park on a Sunday afternoon at 5 p.m. And he gave them the biggest cup of lollies I've ever seen in my life. Here's pure speed. Have a great night.
Okay, well, that's not exactly what it is. Don't accuse Lou's uncle of doing anything he's not.
No, I'm just saying they may as well. Like, you know, give him speed. Great trip on the way home. Like, honestly.
Oh, a little lemonade every now and then
No,
is okay.
no.
Yeah, especially at 5
Down the
p.m.
gullet.
on a Sunday night.
Katie in Baronia. Bad influence on your kids. Who is it?
It was my cousin. It was Christmas Day. We were at my grandparents' farm, and he'd promised my kids the whole day that he'd bought them a present.
Right.
Oh, sorry, that's one in the car. He promised to give him a present all day, and every 10 seconds they were asking him for his present. He's like, yeah, in good time. I'll give it to you in good time. Anyway, we get in the car ready to leave home. It's an hour and a half drive home, and he hands them recorders. Like when you get in primary school to just listen to that music.
I love him. I did that to Jase and his children. We had a yes day where anything they asked for, I said yes to.
Yeah.
They-
Recorders, a karaoke machine.
I took them shopping at Big W. They got a keyboard with Madonna headsets, a karaoke
It's
machine,
the worst day of
and
my
recorders.
life. Worst day of my life.
That's a great gift for a kid that's not yours, a recorder.
Let's go to the thumb out in the phone room.
His name's Producer Brody.
Sorry,
Have
my
some
bad.
respect.
Hi guys, we got a call from Danielle and she told us before that her mother picks her kids up twice a week. They live in a largely vegetarian house at night, but she takes them to KFC twice a week after school.
Yeah!
There you go.
Can't argue with the Colonel.
Colonel's
hang
always
on a
right.
second. I'm not allowed to send a text with Pooh Bum Wee that buying KFC, no probs.
Have you had their popcorn chicken?
It's pretty delicious.
We could be here all day.
Gonna be a good day. Jason Lauren.
Wake up feeling good.
On Nova 100.
Jason Lauren.
Follow them on socials.
I think he said Whiteman Park is a hoot. Come to EnviroFest 2024. Learn about Whiteman Park's birds and discover ways to improve your sustainability with hands-on workshops and demonstrations. Plus, there'll be market stalls, food trucks and heaps of kids' activities. EnviroFest 2024 at Whiteman Park on March 23 from 10 till 3. You'd be wise to go to whitemanpark.com.au.